So next are the we were studying the concentration cells, and next concentration cell is the electrode concentration cell consisting of amalgam electrode. So next is the electrode concentration cell consisting of amalgam electrode. So this time we will study the amalgam electrode as a concentration cell. So what does the meaning of the word amalgam is? Amalgam simply means when mercury is mixed with some other metal. So when mercury is mixed with some other metal, it will be called as amalgam. So this time we will study the amalgam electrode concentration cell. So in this type of cell, electrode of metal amalgam are dipped in the same solution of metal ion, but the concentration of the metal is different in both the electrodes. So suppose that cell is consisting of different electrodes. In these electrodes, metal amalgam solution mixture is taken in both the electrode, but concentration of the metal amalgam is different in both the electrode, that is on the cathode and on the anode. In anode there is oxidation, and at cathode there is a reduction. So a typical example of amalgam electrode concentration cell is where zinc is mixed with the mercury, zinc Hg, its concentration is expressed in the form of activity, that is A1, and this is the half cell, and zinc 2 positive, that is zinc sulfate, and its activity is AZN2 positive. AZN2 positive. Its solution is taken. Further, mercury, zinc, A2. So two electrodes are taken, metal amalgam electrodes are taken. In one electrode concentration is A1, and in other electrode the concentration is A2, and solution of its ion is taken as zinc sulfate, because in zinc sulfate zinc exists as zinc 2 positive plus SO4 2 negative. So the oxidation reaction at left hand electrode is, what is oxidation reaction? I hope that till now you have learned to write the oxidation reaction of a electrochemical cell. So it's very simple. Zinc amalgam, so zinc plus mercury, its activity is A1, and it is undergoing oxidation and losing 2 electrons, that is zinc 2 positive, and its activity is zinc 2 positive plus it's losing 2 electron. So this is the oxidation reaction, and you know very well that oxidation takes place at the anode or left hand side electrode. So if you will write that at left hand electrode, if you will write such a thing at left hand electrode, or if you will write at anode, so it means one and same thing. So till now I believe that you are very well aware of the these basic facts, that what is anode, what is cathode, what is right hand side electrode, what is left hand side electrode, what is oxidation reaction, what is reduction reaction, what is the combined redox reaction of these two reactions, and what is the Nernst equation for the EMF of the cell. So I will not explain these things again and again in the detail. So this was the oxidation reaction. Here new thing is the activity, that is concentration. The activity, that is A1 of the zinc metal, and its oxidized form is written as the AZN2 positive. So next is the reduction reaction at the right hand electrode. So reduction reaction at right hand side, that is at cathode. So reduction takes place at the cathode, and the reduction reaction is zinc 2 positive, and its activity was AZN2 positive, gaining 2 electrons and reducing itself to the zinc Hg at A2. So this is the reduction reaction. So the overall reaction for the above two combined reaction is zinc amalgam, that is zinc plus mercury. Its activity is A1, that is concentration, and it is undergoing a change in the concentration at the second electrode, that is zinc HgA2. So it is clear from above that the net reaction involved transfer of zinc amalgam having activity A1 to the amalgam of activity A2 at the other electrode. So there is a net change in the concentration from one electrode to the another electrode. At one electrode the concentration is A1, that is at anode, and at the reducing anode reducing electrode or cathode, the concentration of the zinc amalgam is A2. So the expression for the EMF of the cell, that is E1 is equal to E naught zinc 2 positive oblique zinc plus RT oblique 2F ln activity of A zinc 2 positive oblique A1. So 2F, why we wrote here 2? Because there is the change in the number of the electron change in the electron is 2. There are 2 electron change in the whole of the reaction. So we had written here 2. Otherwise originally it's NF, and the value of N is equal to 2. So this is the, and this is oxidized form, and this is the reduced. Concentration of oxidized form is the AZN2 positive, this is, and concentration of the reduced form is the A1 for the half cell. And for other half cell it may be written as E2 is equal to, so there is no need to explain same things again and again, that will only waste our time, and you must know these basic facts till now. So it is RT oblique again 2F ln of AZN2 positive oblique A2, because this is the E2 is for the reduction half cell. This is the this is E1 and this is E2. So this was the E1 and this is E2. So I had written both the reactions here. Now for overall reaction we will calculate the EMF of the cell. So EMF is equal to, we may write that E2 minus E1 or E cathode minus E anode. This is E cathode and this is E anode, or E of the right hand side minus E of the left hand side. So why we are writing these things? That because as per the rule for, this is the rule for the calculation of EMF. So further, after putting these values of respective E2 and E1 from their equations, we can write here as RT oblique 2F ln A zinc 2 positive oblique A2 minus RT oblique F 2F ln of zinc activity of oxidized form or concentration of the oxidized form oblique activity of reduced form, that is A2. So it was, it was A1. In case of E1 here it was A1, so it is A1. So after simplifying this equation we will get the E is equal to RT oblique 2F, because this factor is common in both the equations. Further, after solving this equation ln A Zn2 positive and Zn2 positive, this equation will be cancelled, and basic result we will obtain that ln activity of A1 oblique activity of A2, that means activity is the concentration. So this is the expression for the metal amalgam electrode of the cell that is without transference. So this is the cell without transference. So you can be asked in your exam that calculate the EMF of a metal amalgam concentration cell without transference. So if you have been asked this question, so you have to proceed, you have to start from here, that you can write, suppose that metal amalgam cell is zinc amalgam cell in which zinc and mercury metal has been taken, and the cell reaction can be written as this. And after that you can write the oxidation half cell, reduction half cell, and after that applying the Nernst equation to our cell, to the above cell, you first of all you will calculate E1 E2, that is E1 means E1 is for the anode and E2 is for the cathode. You can write here in place of 1 you can write here E of anode, and here you can write as E of anode and E for the cathode. Similarly you can write E for the LHS and E for the RHS. So after writing these, the EMF of the cell can be calculated as EMF is equal to E2 minus E1, or E cathode minus E anode, or E reduction half cell minus oxidation half cell, or E RHS minus E LHS. So after putting these values you can simplify this, or you can be simply asked in the MCQ that what is the expression for the, which among the following is the expression for the EMF of a metal amalgam concentration cell without transference. So you can write this, you can find there that which expression is this. So you can write. So next are the electrolyte concentration cell. Electrolyte concentration cell without transference. So this was the electrode concentration cell. Yesterday and today I told you two examples. These were the electrode concentration cell without transference. One was the gas electrode and other was the metal amalgam electrode. Next is the electrolyte concentration cell. So electrolyte concentration cell simply means there is difference between the electrolyte concentration cell without transference. So without transference means that two electrolytes are not in direct contact with each other. Moreover, it is a electrolyte concentration cell, so there is a difference between the concentration of the electrolyte cell. So in this type of cell, the two identical electrodes are immersed in same electrolyte having different concentration. So this can be achieved in two ways. First of all, by connecting the two electrolytes by a salt bridge, and second by combining the two cells. So now we will derive an expression for the electrolyte concentration cell where electrolytes are connected by the salt bridge. So electrolyte concentration cells where electrolytes are connected by salt bridge. So you can draw its construction. It's very easy. It has been given in your book. There are two containers like in electrochemical cell, one container and second container, and these container contain the electrodes as well as salt bridge. So salt bridge is such a U-shaped inverted tube in which electrolyte is present, and further it has two electrodes. So there are two gas electrodes, and gas electrodes are represented as here. Gas is pumped in two electrolytes in this manner. They are connected by wire, and there is a galvanometer. Further there are electrolytes present. So H2 gas is pumped in. So here concentration of the electrodes is same. So it means the gas is pumped in at the same pressure. That is, if there is P1 pressure, there will also be P2 pressure. But where does difference lies? Difference lie in the concentration of the electrolyte. So if the concentration in the one container of the electrolyte will be A1, then the concentration of electrolyte in the second container will be A2. Whereas previously we have studied the electrode concentration cell. So what is the difference between the electrode and electrolyte concentration cell? If it were a electrode concentration cell, then there must be difference between the concentration of two electrodes. That means if pressure here is P1, then pressure here will be P2, but concentration of the electrolyte will be same, that is A1, and both will have A1 and A1, or we can write A and A. So concentration of the electrolyte will be same in electrode concentration cell, whereas in case of electrolyte concentration cell, there will be difference between the concentration of the electrolytes. It means the pressure of these gas electrodes will be the same for the both the electrodes, that is P1 will be equal to P1, or P2 will be equal to P2, or we can say P will be equal to P. And there will be a difference between the activity, that is activity of in one container, one half cell, concentration of electrolyte will be A1, and in other half cell the concentration of the electrolyte will be A2. So after I hope that you have understand this basic difference between the electrolyte and electrode concentration cell, and these cells are without transference. So in both cases, electrodes as well as electrolytes are not in direct contact with each other. They are in separate container, or they can be separated by a certain impermeable membrane. So in next part of it, we will derive an expression for the EMF of the cell. So EMF of the cell, you can derive it yourself by just writing the oxidation half cell and reduction half cell reaction, and after that writing the Nernst equation for both the half cell, that is E1, and for the E2, as we done in the last example. And after that you will calculate the EMF of the cell. EMF of the cell will be calculated by E2 minus E1, or E cathode minus E anode, or E reduction minus E oxidation. Don't try to remember all the equation, just go for a single equation. With the help of that you can explain all the equations. If you will understand what is the reduction and oxidation, then you just write E reduction minus E oxidation. If you understand what is cathode and anode, you just write the E cathode minus E anode. If you just have understood that reduction takes place at cathode, that obviously you will write the reduction in place of cathode, or you can write the oxidation in place of anode. So after that you will calculate the EMF of the cell, and EMF of the cell will be calculated by the earlier method, that is E is equal to E2 minus E1. So this is the basic method to calculate the EMF of the cell for the electrolyte concentration cell. So there are further another type of concentration cell, like electrolyte concentration cell without transference, obtained by combination of two cells. So these all are one and same things. There are just minor differences, and all the cells basically means you have to write the reduction and oxidation reaction, and after writing the reduction and oxidation reaction, you have to just obtain the expression for Nernst equation for the half cell, that is for the E1 and E2, and after that you have to calculate the EMF by just taking the difference of E2 and E1, that is E2 minus E1. So you will be able to calculate all the equations for the Nernst equation for the different type of cell. And next are the concentration cells with transference. So that we will take in the next lecture. Concentration cell with transference. So till now we have studied all the cells those were without transference, and we next time we will study the concentration cell with the transference. So you just derive the expressions for different cells for without transference, and if you find any problem, then do contact me.